So you're looking to build a career in AI or machine learning, right? Well, today we're laying out a roadmap, a really clear pathway to get you there. And we're looking at this through a framework designed for the African diaspora. Let's dive in.
Okay, so what does it actually take to get good at AI? Like, really good, career-ready good? It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And spoiler alert, it's not just about watching a few tutorials. It's a whole journey. And that's exactly what we're going to break down, step by step.
All right, first things first. You can't build a skyscraper on sand, right? In AI, your foundation is everything. So we've got to start with those core concepts. So at the very heart of AI, you've got these things called machine learning models. Think of them like the brains of the operation. They're not just dumb calculators following orders. They actually learn from data. They spot patterns and make predictions all on their own. Honestly, they're the engine behind pretty much any smart app you can think of.
Okay, so what are we aiming for here? Two big things. First, you need to get a really solid grip on the concepts. And yeah, that means getting your hands a little dirty with some stats, maybe a little math, and for sure a language like Python. But here's the real magic, the second goal, learning how to pick the right tool for the job. You need to be able to look at a business problem and say, that's the model we need here. That's what separates someone who just knows stuff from someone who can actually create value.
All right, foundation set. Now for the fun part. Because knowing the theory is one thing, but true mastery, that comes from actually doing. This is where we roll up our sleeves and apply what we've learned to solve some real problems.
And this right here, this is your game plan. It's called the machine learning life cycle. Think of it like a recipe. You start with step one, business understanding. You got to know what problem you're trying to solve. Then you get into the nitty-gritty, data collection and cleaning. Super important because garbage in, garbage out, right? Then comes the main event, building and training your model. You pick your approach, you feed it data. After that, you've got to check your work. That's model evaluation. Does it actually work well? And finally, the big launch, deployment and monitoring. You put your model out into the world and keep an eye on it. It's the whole process, from an idea to a working solution.
And this quote just nails it, this whole life cycle thing. It's not just for homework assignments. This is about making a real impact. I mean, think about it. You could use this process to build a fraud detection system for a bank that saves people from getting scammed. Or maybe you build a tool for doctors that spots diseases earlier in scans. We're talking about creating real-world, cutting-edge solutions that solve actual problems. Okay, next up. You can't just learn all this from books. You gotta connect with people who are actually in the trenches doing this stuff every day. Learning from the pros, it's a total game changer. This step is all about closing that gap between what you learn in a course and what a company actually needs you to do. So how do you make it happen? Get on LinkedIn and find people doing cool work. Join some online communities. Find local meetups. Don't be shy. Ask smart questions. These seasoned pros, they've got the context. They know the stuff that's not in the textbooks. They'll show you how it all works in the real world. And talking to these experts helps you get both sides of the story. You've got the technical side, that's the how, the code, the algorithms, the tech stack. But then there's the business side, the why. Why are we even building this thing? What problem is it solving? What value does it create? When you can speak both languages, how and why, that's when you become seriously valuable. All right, you've got the knowledge. You know how to apply it. But now comes the final boss level. You have to prove it. You need something tangible that shows the world what you can do. And that's where your GitHub portfolio comes into play. Seriously, this is way more powerful than a resume. A resume tells people what you can do. A portfolio shows them. It's a living, breathing collection of your projects. A recruiter can literally go in, see your code, see how you think, and see how you solve problems. It's undeniable proof. Look, your portfolio is your mic drop. It's the thing that says, don't just take my word for it. Look at what I've actually built. It's the ultimate proof that you're not just a student anymore. You're ready for the market. So let's pull this all together. When you follow this pathway, you're not just picking up a few skills. You're going through a total transformation. You're becoming a professional who can walk in on day one and start making a difference. So there it is, the whole journey, right? You start with that solid foundation of knowledge. Then you learn how to put it into practice with the life cycle. You connect with pros to get that insider wisdom, and you wrap it all up in a killer portfolio that does the talking for you. So, we're going to leave you with this question. You have the roadmap now. The tools are out there. So, what are you going to do with it? What's the first real-world problem you're itching to solve? Seriously, think about it.
The potential is absolutely massive.